Hey guys, how are you today? I'm doing really good. I just got back from Arizona yesterday, so I thought this morning before I have to wander off to church, see, I'm all gussied up and looking good, before I wander off to church this afternoon to shoot the video so I can get it loaded and uploaded and rolling, because there is no food in this house and I need to go and get me some groceries tomorrow Monday. So, there you have it. It was a great trip to Arizona. It was 80s most of the days, and on our way home we drove through a snowstorm. It was not awesome. So, you know, 80s in Arizona, I think it might be 40 if we're lucky here today. Pray for us that we get a little bit of snow, because it looks like we're going to be doing a drought thing this summer. So, I guess that's enough of the intro. Let's get started. So I took two projects with me to work on, two cross-stitch projects to work on while I was down in Arizona, one of which is Oh Holy Night by Stoney Creek, or Oh Holy Night Nativity, I guess, by Stoney Creek. One disadvantage of shooting straight into my window is extra glare, but that's okay. We all know it. We all deal with it. We're all forgiving of each other because of it. So I had there we go, that's all in frame. Anyway, I had done the vine up to about here, so I finished off the vine. And then my shepherd down over here, he did not have his head on. So I put the head on Mr. Shepherd, finished up the vine, and I am halfway done with the pattern if you do not include the backstitching. I'm trying to decide what I want to do next, if I want to start on this end and put the back stitching in as I go back across over here to Mary, because Joseph is the next figure that gets to be stitched in, plus there's some cows and animals that go here, and then way over here the three wise men need to be stitched. So that's coming along nicely. It's looking really, really good. Really nice, enjoying it quite a bit. Yay! So, I did find out that, well, in the first place, I don't have this set up for travel very well. I keep all my flosses in little envelopes, so there's like 2 to 3 flosses in an envelope, and then because you do like 6 stitches of one thing and then 6 stitches of another thing, I just have like 100 million needles, and so I have a needle tucked into each envelope. But it works good if I'm just sitting here and stitching by myself. But when it came to traveling, oh man, that was a royal pain. A royal pain. So much going on. So that's one thing I'm thinking about. Maybe I will go over and start on Joseph and get to work on him, but maybe save the back stitching if I need to travel, because it's the same color practically on all the guys. There's a few things, small things that are listed in the pattern that are not the same color of the back stitching, but I could do a lot with the same couple of colors. So there is that for the Oh Holy Night Nativity. It's coming along really well. I want to say I might get it done this year, but you know, as soon as I say I'm going to get it done this year, it's not happening. Right? I'm right, and you know I'm right. Anyway, the next thing I took with me and worked on a little bit is Lovebirds from Cottage Needleworks. This was given to me about a year ago by my Stitch from Stash partner, Susie. And she kitted it up with everything except the fabric. And so I dug around in my fabric stash and pulled out this lovely bright blue, what is this? This is 36 count linen by Picture This Plus in the colorway Coastal. So there you go. So while I was down there, I put in the line, I put in the bees and the white. You can't really see the white. That's the only problem that I've found, is my fabric does not show off the white very much, but I don't care. And did Lovebirds, birds, everything pretty much between these white, this bar, and the white down here. Did all that. This bar, down. There. I can explain it in 18 bajillion ways. I did it from the brown bar down. And it was a lot easier to work on this. One, because it's smaller, and two, because it only has 6 colors in total. So that was a little bit easier to curl up on the sofa and just, you know, go to town with that and stitch and stitch and stitch and stitch and stitch away. It was lovely. The grandparents have a nice big living room with a lot of windows. They face north, so you get a lot of natural light that isn't too bright. So I found I was able to stitch quite a bit. All right, let's fold this up, put that aside so it doesn't get trampled underfoot. As usual, when I came back, Little Miss Princess had a lot to say to me when I got back. Dad did take good care of her. Making sure she was fed and had plenty of water, but she was not appreciative that I had left. It was unacceptable. I think she talked to me for about half an hour when I first came back and wouldn't leave my side and just followed me around, just meow, meow, meow. How could you do this? You're a bad human. I disapprove of you greatly. Like she does. Anyway, she's a cutie. She's down here wandering around on the floor wondering whom I'm talking to. Because I never talk to the cat. Never talk to the cat. Alright, that is everything for our progress report. So I also took my knitting down with me to Arizona to work on a little bit, and also working in that wonderful great room with the nice northern lights and the bright, you know, it was beautiful, beautiful light, great to work in. Worked on my knitting, sat on the sofa, would go on my knitting. You can kind of see, let's see if I can see it myself. I don't even remember what's front and what's back anymore. Those of you who are more experienced knitters will see where I went wrong. Well, I'll show you right here. I accidentally dropped a stitch. Is that right? You can see this purple kind of skips over. I dropped a stitch, but I didn't have a crochet hook with me to go fish it out, so I said, forget this, and I just went down to the next row, grabbed that stitch, pulled it out, saved it from. And I know I'm not supposed to do that. I know that's a bad thing to do, but this is just my test thing, and it's fine. I did several knits to about here, where I was just knitting back and forth. I like my tension. It seems to be okay. It's a little bit loose, I think, but since this is nothing, I think it's okay. But then I started to try to figure out how to continental purl in the continental style. And it got wacky. I got an accidental yarn over that I did knit, so I've got a random eyelet hole right there, and it's just, my tension's crazy. I got holes all over the place. I just, oh, I don't know, you guys. Part of the problem, I think, is when I'm going along continental, this finger likes to, you know, point to the ceiling. So I'm thinking maybe if I get a small, you know, rubber band for your hair and I rubber band these two together, because I move stitches along with this finger. So this finger is always down on my needle as I'm, you know, moving stuff around or holding the stitch in place while I use the other needle to, you know, go in and try to scoop. So maybe if I rubber band these two fingers together, this guy can't get out of, get out of whack because he's supposed to be down here. Working on it. My tension is terrible because I'll like tension up and then ease my needles up, figure out where I need to go and put them back together, and by the time I put them back together to get knitting again, it's loosened all the tension over here. So I tension up, pick up my needles, alright, where I'm going. Ugh, it's driving me crazy, you guys. I'm just not making any headways when it comes to learning how to purl in the continental style. So those of you who are knitters, if you've got a YouTube resource or, you know, somebody who you really like, I could definitely use some suggestions and just put it all together. I have this yarn. My mom made some funny hats for my nieces out of this yarn, and so she had a ball left over. So that's why I'm using that funny stuff. It's a nice soft yarn. It's like a baby yarn. Soft acrylic. It's fine. Don't iron the acrylic yarn. Have you learned that? What are you doing? Please don't knock anything off the other desk. Yes, I'm talking to you. She's not listening to me at all. Are we surprised? Not really. So that was, you know, yarn. So I'm working on that. I really want to be able to start knitting something. My pearls are just fine. I need to find a pattern or a something that's like all pearl stitch, and so I can just garter stitch back and forth like a madman. What are you doing? Don't knock that over. Come here. Come here. Is she gonna believe me? Come here. Nope, she's not. Anyway, so, right, yeah, knitting. It's coming along. It'll be okay. I really want to knit something instead of just going back and forth on my square random bit of stuff. So, yep, knitting. Of course, a trip down to Arizona would not be complete without a journey over to the attic needlework. It's in Mesa. It's not too far away from my grandparents' house, maybe a 25-minute drive on surface streets. I just took the surface streets. I could have gotten on, I think it's the 60. I could have gotten on the 60 and got there a lot faster, but I told you not to knock that over. Yeah, now you're in trouble. You run. You run. Anyway, go faster on the 60, but that's neither here nor there. So I met up with McKenna, and those of you who have Instagram and happened to time it just right, you saw, I think McKenna did 2 live Instagram posts because we ran out of time on the one. So we had a great time just puttering around the attic, looking at everything. Y'all helped out McKenna choose the fabric and flosses that she wanted to do for the red and the black. I think it's the red and the black and not the red and the black 2 or whatever it is. Cat, for Pete's sakes. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time. I think we were there for almost 2 hours just looking at everything. Jean, who owns the store, was there. She said hello, greeted us. I've been going there since the early, well, maybe the late 2000s, so you know, like 05, 07, somewhere in there. When they were over on at their other location as like McDowell or something. Anyway, their other location. So she recognizes me just because I show up once a year, and I have shown up like once or twice a year since forever, which is an amazing talent for a woman to, you know, oh, you look familiar. Yeah, I come in about once a year. I live in Utah and usually go to Shepherd's Bush. But anyway, I am rambling, which happens, and it's perfectly fine because you guys all love it and understand. Anyway, so we went in, we wandered around, I bought all the things. What do you expect? I mean, you know, this is the motto. Buy the pattern, buy the dream, right? See, you get the reflection just right. You can see the parking lot and the houses across the park. Anyway, buy the pattern, buy the dream. That's my motto. So everything that I came home with, let's pick up this stack of things. Everything that I came home from the attic. And you guys are going to have to believe me that I actually did put some stuff away. I put some stuff away, you guys. Please. Please believe me. I was feeling very, very Valentine's-y, or singles awareness-y, shall we say. And so I picked up a whole slew of Valentine things. So this is Heart and Hand, Yay for Love. Cute, super simple, super tiny, adorable. This is also Heart and Hand, little love ornament. I'm thinking this one might fit at the very, very bottom of the blue fabric that I'm doing for Lovebirds. So, hoping that fits. We hit over in the clearance bin. They had a couple other Heart and Hand Valentines. This was triples. What is this? Trio, love triplet. Anyway. Cute. 50% off. So it came home with me. Also Heart and Hand. What is this? Posy collection. And it explains that the posies refer to posy rings, which were the old-timey, like a promise ring, and so it would often be inscribed with inscriptions similar to these. And so you'll notice that you only is spelled incorrectly for how we will spell it in these days. but it is spelled exactly how it was found on the inscription on the ring. Anyway, so it is cute. Either stitch them all together, stitch them separately, do little small finishing thingies. We know I never finish anything, so probably just end up in the bin of shame. The bin of shame. Okay, so we'll put those aside. What else did I pick up? I picked up Hands-On Designs, Stitch Every Day. This one's been out for a couple years. Anyway, I like it. It's super cute. I've looked at it for a long time before I finally decided to go ahead and buy it. That glare's not helping me any, is it? There you go. You can kind of see what we got going on. Anyway, Stitch Every Day. Hands-On Design. Prairie Moon. This cute little bingo card. Oh, 31. Get up and run. I think I might stitch this for my Halloween-loving sister-in-law. Maybe on something absolutely tiny. I do have a 40 count something or another. 1 strand over 2. Maybe. Let's see. Sort through these things here so they're kind of in a... Well, there's no order, guys, really. There's no order. We have also from the clearance bin, Village of the Month July, Stitchery Shop. I thought it was cute. I thought it was more patriotically themed because a lot of it is blue and red and white. So I was thinking more patriotic, and it wasn't until I got home and was looking at it closely that I realized that it is a stitchery shop. And so, oh man, I bent that up. Bad me. This is Long May She Wave from Blackbird Designs. I like how they've done eyelets up here in the stars. Really cute. Let's see. This is, go this and then that and the other, whatever. I picked up this Kesslin's design to keep in my heart. I really love the colors. I love the mandala, purples and greens. You know I love the purples and greens, my friends. So that came home with me. Also from the clearance bin, little ornament from Little by Little, Winter Joy. Is that everything from the clearance bin? That's, well, not everything was from the clearance bin, only some of the stuff was. Anyway, this was a Little House Needleworks kit thing that was released a long time ago for 2010 Nashville Market. Anyway, it's super cute. I have to read it to you. Needle and thread, when starlight fades, I lay them to bed. I remember everybody stitching this when it was released all those many years ago. So it's cute. I probably won't finish it off as the pin pillow like it shows. Probably a flat, and then it'll go live in the bin of shame. And then a couple of Lizzie Kates. I actually put back 3 Lizzie Kates. I did not buy all the Lizzie Kates, you guys. It was hard to leave a Lizzie Kate behind, but I managed. I somehow managed. But I did pick up Hats Off to Halloween 2. This one's been out for a little while. Why I haven't bought it yet, I don't know. Although I'll probably get into my program and start inventory things and realize that now I have 2 copies of this, but I don't think I do. Anyway, cute, darling, love it. And then we have Winter Smalls, which is a new one. And I just noticed, likewise, when I got it home, was looking closely at it, that it has up here a little Valentine's-y one. So, cute. Cute. So that is my attic needlework haul. Had a great time with McKenna. She's awesome. She's fun. We just had a good time. How many times can you say we had a great time? Because we had a great time. And I'm just realizing I don't have a drink. This is kind of a problem. There's no drink. Let's see. We did some other wandering around while we were down there in Arizona. Mom was looking for some Kona cotton, so we went out to Hobby Lobby to check the price on the Kona cotton out there. We went over to a place called Mulqueen's, which was by Mom and Dad, or Grandma and Grandpa's house. They also had Kona cotton. Hobby Lobby had it for like $1 cheaper than Mulqueen's, so we went back to Hobby Lobby to buy the Kona cotton. Mom is cutting out a couple of quilts for the nieces. She cut out like 500 hexagon squares, something like that. An awful lot of hexagons. I guess they're not squares, but hexagon blocks, and so she needed the, we went with, what was it, Kona Cotton Snow for the background, and I picked up another spring tension hoop while I was out there because you can never have enough spring tension hoops. They're wonderful. And then over at Mulqueen's, I picked up another pop-up refill, even though I haven't made my first pop-up, but I have enough fabric floating around there. I should be able to make like 18 bajillion pop-ups. Oh, you guys. I know, I need to stop. I need to stop. One hobby is enough. And I have enough stuff for like 3 hobbies, so I need to stop. But buy the pattern, buy the dream. Okay, so that was that. We wandered all over town, had a great visit. Mom saw 4 of her 5 siblings, and the only one we missed was the one who lives in Colorado. And it's not like Colorado is a quick jaunt over to the valley. So yeah, had a good time. It was a lot of fun. Of course, there was a little bit of mail piled up in the mailbox when I got home. Dad cleared the mailbox, so it was all actually on my table. So after sorting through all the fun stuff, Danielle, our wonderful stitcherista, she sent me a little Valentine card. So cute. Absolutely adorable. You're perfect. I'm pretty sure my cat thinks that she's perfect. So anyway, that's just darling. And then her signature floss, 666, super wonderful red. So that came in. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Stitcherista. I appreciate that. Cheered up my night. I have a whole stack of things that I need to finish addressing and sending out. Things that I have promised people and I have been a terrible, terrible slacker with. Please forgive me. Please, please, please. I'm done. Right. My Stoney Creek Cross Stitch Collection magazine came in. I haven't even flipped through it yet. I just opened it up. There, see, I'm flipping through it. There was a pansy. Let's back up. I don't like what the pansies are stitched with. Meh. Meh. Anyway, so I need to sit down and flip through that, see what's in there, what do I like, what do I not like. My fabric of the month from Under the Seas Fabric came in. Winter Sunset. It's kind of pinky and bluey. So I know I kept saying that I was needed to cancel this, and I didn't cancel. Instead, I changed the fabric size down from 32 to a 28 count, so I'll get some different fabrics because I love her fabrics. What can I say? The thing that replaced Stitchy Box for this year is I decided to sign up for the So Much to Love Bag of the Month Club. I decided to do every other month instead of every single month. So that's what we're going to do this year. And it was in the mail when I came home, and my first thought, I have to be honest with you guys. I love the quality. I love, I love what she does. This is ugly, my friends. Maybe it's that I don't like brown, and I don't really like the way the reds and the browns are talking to each other. It's ugly. Not excited about this month's bag. She did send along a super cute little charm. I'm excited about this. I don't know if you can see it there. It's focusing sort of. Little heart-shaped charm with the little stitches on it to represent the little hearts that she sews onto all of her bags. I love that. That's super darling. There were a few, just another button company, Hearts, button hearts. Good for February, definitely makes sense. I think the thing that I'm most excited about was this cute little pattern from Waxing Moon Design. My needle, my thread, my floss, blah blah. The things, they comfort me. Really excited about that. Plus, she said, it's not complete without chocolate. So here's chocolate. Those are upside down. Still upside down, but it's right side up when I look at it. So, there you go. So that is all of the things and the whatnot and the stash-quisitions for the week. Well, for 2 weeks. Did good. I didn't order anything for like a whole week, and it all kind of fell apart when I went to the attic. As it should. Whatever. So there is that. I'm terribly sorry, you guys. I don't have a list of Floobies. I have been putting all the Floobies that I've seen into the watch later list, but I was gone. I did take my computer with me, but I didn't watch any Flosstube during the week and found a single one. And I know that I will never get caught up, so starting Monday morning when I get to work, I'll just start there, and on Monday I'll watch backwards as far as I can, and then on Tuesday I'll start at, you know, whoever was the oldest on Monday and just start going forward and following you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I subscribe to all of you, and I can't watch all of you and keep caught up, so sometimes things do get missed, and I really try hard not to miss you, but it's such a creative community, and I love all the things that you're doing, and you just, I don't want to miss out, but I'm gonna have to miss out, and that's the only way that's all there is to it. So sorry, no Flosstube, no new Floobies to shout out this week, but hopefully I'll have a good list for you next week. So when it comes to games, I played pretty heavily World of Warcraft. Let's see, not the week I was on vacation, but the week before. They have released a set of, there's going to be 6, but they have 4 currently released of new races that you can choose to play. So, you know, like your orc or your human or your troll or your dwarf or your draenei or your tauren, you know, all sorts of different. They released 4 of the 6. They released 4 new things to do, and I don't have anything leveled from 0 to 110 on the Alliance side, so I wouldn't be able to get the, what they're calling it, Heritage Armor for my Alliance characters, because the Lightforged Draenei, they tell me they look pretty darn nice. So the ARD crew has a small guild on Sargeras called a Reddit Utopia, and we're just starting up there. There's maybe half a dozen, 20 of us. Maybe there's more of us by now. I don't know. I've been gone like a whole week. So I spent a lot of week starting to level from 0 to 110 on a stupid PvP server, and I'm enjoying it. I decided to start up a Ret Paladin, having a good time learning how to play Paladin. She's a Draenei. I still miss my Battle Cow, but what can you do? I might go start up a Panda and make a Panda Hunter. I need to delete my other Panda Hunter because I accidentally clicked Horde at the very end of the Panda starting scenario, where you choose which faction you want to be with. Because Horde is all the things, my friends. Loktor Ogar. That is never going to roll off my tongue nicely. I always choose Horde, so I hit Horde, and then I'm like, oh crap, that was the wrong thing to do. I should have chose Alliance. The Game Masters, the customer support, they won't switch my baby panda. So I think I'm going to have to delete my baby panda and start my baby panda again. I'm kind of bummed about it, but it is what it is. As far as Pocket Camp goes, I'm still playing with that. I'm so relieved that we've finished the second gardening event with this one with the bats and the sharing of bats. They got the, they reduced the number of bats you had to capture. They increased a little bit the capture rates. The secret to the event is to have a lot of friends and share your bats back and forth, back and forth, back and forth as much as you can, which I did, and I managed to finish that. And so I'm actually really quite relieved that right now there is no event going on, and I can just get back to fulfilling requests and ranking up my animals, which ranks up my little character, and doing the gardening. I love growing the pansies, so I'm working on growing all the pansies and trading in the pansy flowers for the pansy items. Makes sense? Yay. So that's going on. Work's going to be interesting this week. I've been gone a week, so I have a lot to catch up on. I don't know if I'll be able to stitch very much on Santa's Village. I'm really tired of that piece already, and I have barely stitched on it at all. It's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. So anyway, that's got a lot of stuff going on for work. Hope you guys enjoyed the different view of my my sewing room. I normally sit at that wall, facing that wall, so you see the stuff that's over here on this wall. But instead you get to see my random bags, the thing I sewed, candle warmer. No, let's go this way. That's the cabinet that has all my fabrics in it, and my printer up there on top. So there you go. I hope you guys have a great week and that you get to stitch all the things that you need to stitch. I hope that frog stays far, far away from you. Thanks to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. Thanks to everybody who likes and comments. I need to settle in and answer a lot of your comments. If you have a good knitting tutorial of how to purl in the continental fashion, please tell me about it down below, and I'll go over there and look and see if I can figure it out and get going on that a little bit better. There was something else I was going to say, but I have completely, it was there before I started talking about knitting and then gone again. I'm feeling like finishing some stuff up this week, so let's see if I can actually finish some stuff up. I have a couple of project bags over here that all they really need to do is I just need to fold them in half and sew up the seams, and so those would be done and out of my way. There's like 5 of them over there that I just really need to just fold in half and be done with it. And then I can put them in the bin. They go over in here. Yeah, I know. I signed up for Bag of the Month Club and I have 100 bajillion. It doesn't make sense. I'm only going to do it for a year. It's okay, you guys. Oh, I remember what it was. It was so funny. I got an email the other day from YouTube congratulating me on 1,000 subscribers. I'm pretty sure that number down there in the corner starts with a 3. Unless something terrible has happened in the past couple of weeks and it's now not a 3. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Hope you have a great week. Hope that frog stays away. Hugs and stitches, everyone. Bye.